I became an artist because primarily it was the one thing that I enjoyed all the way throughout school. And I always wanted to continue and gained a sense of purpose from it. It was something that I really liked to show off with as well and sort of challenge myself to go further with. My main teaching was lessons at sixth form using oil paints. From there on it's been making my own mistakes and learning. Half the time I'd do something and maybe it's the right way to do it, but sometimes I'd love it more than how I'd imagine if I did it correctly. Nowadays I paint predominantly portraits, usually focusing on women and their hands and the gestures that you can make and what that would represent. I work with oil. It's a very traditional form of painting, which I really like. You have to think about where you're going to place your colours. Because of the drying times, you have to be careful with what you're going to overlay as well. And I think I like that process of it all, and even things like the smell of it. To me, it smells like art. The way that the oil blends as well and creates, it's like you're mixing a whole new palette on your canvas sometimes. And I like to create really loose, free lines with that as well. It's having the two contradicting themselves, but for me, they work perfectly together. It's mainly the pastels that I go for and always base off magenta. In people's faces, like there's always that bit of green underneath their eye or like pastel blue on their like temple or something like that. In 10 years, I'd like to see my work internationally. Also, I'd like to have my own gallery, work with other artists and bring them in to collaborate with other brands and companies. I've been in 3 Tate museums, St Ives, Tate Britain and Tate Modern, and there's just the one left, Tate Liverpool, that I'd love to get in to get the full set. And also I'd love to see my work on the underground, but I'd love to have a portrait down there. I think I got to this point of just making mistakes and experimenting and trial and error.